of my deities and just say, you know, I can't, this is above my pay grade, I need help. So sometimes it's stopping and tapping in to your higher self and asking them, move me away from this. And it'll feel like you're drowning. It'll feel like the water's coming above your head. And then as if by miracle, one of your ancestors will pluck you out of that chaos. So when everything gets really hard, tap back into yourself, tap back into source. Use discernment. On the bottom, before we go another shuffle around, is Queen of Swords. I threw all of those cards back into the deck, so let's see if any of them come around again. Queen of Swords is that beautiful, divine, feminine embodiment. The Queen of Swords, they sit in that emotion of, yeah, it's cool, but you can't come over here and ruin my party because you poorly planned. Like, Queen of Swords is very much about using discernment and very much about using that logic to say, you know what, I've played this game. My ancestors got me out of here. Nine of Swords. Mental imprisonment. Rise above it. Stop allowing your brain to hold you hostage. It's probably lying you. Nine of Swords. This is, we have to stop with the betrayals. We have to stop with the heartbreak, the pain. Nine of Swords is moving yourself out of that mental imprisonment. Like, when we hit that Nine of Swords, it's, we have to get out of here. How do we get out of here? Now, Five of Wands. And this came out again. Like, it came out on the bottom and I was trying to ignore it, but it came back out. So, funny me for ignoring my intuition and cards. Five of Wands. Move away from those passions that you're holding within. Move out of that conflict. Five's all about change, all about conflict. Like, start moving away from things that, passion projects that aren't filling your cup. Like, stop playing with entanglements that are maybe not yours, that aren't all great. Stop playing with them. Do something different. Hello, I hope you're having a beautiful day. My name is Lara Jo. Happy to see you. Hopefully I'm giving you some clarity. The Hanged Man. Start seeing things from that different perspective. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy, is all about how do we realize that we are in this position ourselves. We can untie ourselves at any time. When you're looking at this card, because, like, yes, he's held upside down, and yet his knowledge is coming out of his crown and going, it's kind of for everyone, my love. It's going out of his crown. All of that acknowledgement. He's hung upside down, but he has all this knowledge that it's all interconnected. My love, I would love to do a reading for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. If anything resonates, you know, let me know. I'll pull out a card or two for you. See what we got going. If you have a specific question you want to ask, you more than can. Let's see. 10 of Wands. This is the end of that heavy burden. Start putting down those passions. Start transforming your life. Put down the passions. Ask your question, my love. Sit and breathe for one moment. And when you're ready, ask away. Okay. I'll see if I can answer anything for you. Four of Wands. Does this have to do with your home and your stability? Four of Wands. How do we build our home? Sometimes with the Hanged Man and Pisces, how do we change our perspective and put down those burdens that are not working for us? So I'll just keep jabbering like a jay till something else comes through. A lot came through. So again, Four of Swords came out earlier, and this is betrayals. This is, how are you protecting yourself? Take all those swords out of your back. You know it's happening. You need to rest. Okay. So we're going to start with right now for you. Shoot for the sun. Sit. There's been betrayals. Yep. Swords is all mental energy. There's betrayals. So start cutting away the things that have been over your eyes in order to gain mental clarity on P. I will go through and I will ask a question about him and we'll see kind of what is going on. I always tell my clients, though, if you're interested in someone but they're not really watering your grass, like, they have to come to you in the correct way. You can't, like, if you truly want to be with P, as if you are a divine feminine, you have to let them come to us. Like, when our partner, like, we can't do the work for them, because it's like you're telling them how to treat you. So if we accept positions that are maybe we don't have the title or the compensation for, then they get used to that. And then when you stop adding that service, like if you are the one constantly coming for him and wanting to make a move, but he's never there, like, you're not being fulfilled and satisfied. Like, fill your cup. Ace of Swords. This is logical decisions. This is a logical offer. This is using that mental discernment. And only you can decide that for yourself. So with P, you can do what you wish. I would start using that sword energy, mental clarity, to just start cutting away things. Because when you start asking for, like, vision, you'll start seeing things about people that you didn't see before. And then you'll realize maybe why the universe, yes or no, wanted us to be together. And sometimes with it, maybe it's not a yes for right now. Maybe it's a yes for down the road. Maybe you guys have things on both sides you have to clean up. Judgment. So heavy Libra energy. The tables, the scales, they're all being balanced. So you can talk to his higher self. What I would do is, if you are feeling like, yes, I want to express all of this to him, but I'm not sure, I don't want to overwhelm him, what I do is I will sit and I'll be like, okay, higher self, so-and-so. I'll just pull a name out here. Like, say I'm dating Joe. I'll be like, higher self Joe, I need to get this off my chest. And higher self P will understand. Hello, welcome to the crowd. Come on in. So talk to his higher self. That's how you can get it off your chest, but not have it be overwhelming to him. Okay? Because yes, we can be overwhelming, we can be scary, we can be a bit much, but you can talk to their higher self first, and then their higher self knows, and they listen to you, and they interact with you, and they can take all of that overwhelm, they can take that emotion. So you don't have to talk to people to resolve issues. You can talk to their higher self. And they get it, they understand, they participate in this. Five of Swords, again, moving away from that betrayals. Something's got to give. Something's got to change. Five of Swords, we've upset our foundation with betrayals. So take that hanged man, that perspective of maybe changing. I know, so many swords. Air is so vital, though. That's how everything moves, and air is communication. So everything swords, it's fast, it's cutting, but it does have to do with logic and mentality. And there's a lot of games that are going on right now. Queen of Swords. So swords, yes, swords all over the place. Queen of Swords, how do you sit in your embodiment and start cutting away people, places, things that do not support your highest growth? Start looking at things like, this is not for my highest growth, and I don't have time to play games. That's a lot of what I've been doing. I'm like, I don't have time to play with so-and-so because he don't want to call me. He don't want to call me, that's cool. But when he does call me, he's going to find out that there's 3 other suitors that were calling me because he couldn't pick up the phone. Like, when you start living your life and you start doing your own thing, they will start calling, but you're going to be like, okay, where you left me is not where I was when you came back, because you shouldn't have left me. We all need to grow, baby. That's not just you. We are all growing. as a collective. 9 of discs, when you start cleaning up and growing, when you start cleaning up your circle, you start growing as a person, your finances will flourish. So growth is hard, but when we grow, we can accept more things. When we grow, when we grow as a person, we can accept bigger roles and positions. Like, say you want a management position, you have to be able to mentally hold on to that. You can't just have them give it to you. So as we grow, growth is scary, healing is scary, it all hurts. And it's also, that's how we get the good things. So love is the same vibration as money. It can mean pentacles, it can mean commitment, it can mean stability, building our houses. 9 of discs, this is like, we've worked real hard on that money, right? And we're gonna invest. So love and money are the same vibration. When your love life is good, your money's good. So when you're in a happy vibration, you're going to build your pentacles. Sometimes it's loving yourself first, though, having that good relationship with yourself first. The beautiful confirmations, synchronicities. So I had this card down in the bottom of my hands. I was pulling on 9 of discs, 10 of cups. Commitment. Commitment, 10 of cups. Wish fulfillment, happily ever after, the rainbow. At the end, we've got stability, we've got family, we've got a house, we've got love, we've got... So again, how that whole pentacles and love, same vibration. So when you are in love, your pentacles flourish. So 10 of cups. You'll have to put that where it fits, my love. You're going to have to know it's him or not. Like, you'll have to look for signs, synchronicities, his vehicle, his name, his anything. Yep, you have to work on your first and then sort out your mental energy. Because if you're a mess when he comes back, you're not going to be able to have a successful, healthy relationship. It will be all swords. So the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves, and this was a prime example. I had my boyfriend last week. I was driving and he was texting me, and when I got to him, because he didn't know I was coming to see him, I said, I would have texted you, but I made this promise to the person that I love the most, which was him. I made a promise to him that I would protect and take care of myself. And I would protect and I would work on my mental health. And I would protect and make sure that I get home safe. So part of mental clearing and growing is that if someone loves you or you love yourself, your biggest thing you can do is grow and be healthy for yourself. So the biggest gift we can give to anybody else is to work on ourselves and to protect and take care of ourselves. When someone loves you, the biggest honor you can do is take care of yourself for them. Yes, love you. Fill your cup first. Okay, sorry. Got a little sappy for a second. Let's see if we can pull out any more cards. This guy keeps wanting to come out. 5 of discs. This is your money has been imbalanced. You need to build your pentacles. You need to build your finances. So yes, taking care of yourself, cleaning up your life, cleaning up your mental. The biggest thing also when you want to have a good relationship and cultivate a healthy relationship, you have to get all the other players out of your field. So you can't have your mama, your daddy, your friend, your sister, your kids in your relationship. So the biggest thing also when we cultivate relationships, you have to protect it. So cleaning up your circle is just as much for your relationship as it is for you. Cleaning out bad toxic patterns, addictions, that's cleaning up the circle so that you can have a healthy relationship. If you want a commitment, like a long-lasting committing relationship, you have to do the work on yourself. Because if he comes in and you haven't, like say he's done his work and you haven't, that's not fair to him. You've been waiting for him, you want him, but if you haven't been doing the work, which I hope you have because you're here, this sounds like it, but when he comes in, if he's done his work and you haven't, like you didn't hold up your end of the bargain. And yes, healing happens together. So it's not like you have to be 1,000% healed before you date, but you have to be at a point where you're going to understand that relationships are vital and need to be cultivated and protected. The Emperor, stand in the embodiment. It is always a few steps forward and a few steps back, baby. Emperor is like, we had a hard day, we lost some ground, but we're going to keep advancing tomorrow. Aries energy, take charge. This is just full forward. So yes, it's hard. And yes, there's setbacks. When you're working on love, you're working on finances, you're trying to clean up your life. And the irony is, the more you try to clean up your life, the more people don't want you to be healthy. Yeah. So see, your confirmations are here all over the place. I love that Pisces Hangman did come out right out. It was like, nope, you were in the right place. You needed the vibe. You were on the right track. This came out earlier before you hopped in. I have the World too. So again, closing out those chapters, the World, and Prince of Discs. How do we... Sorry, dropping stuff all over the place. Prince of Discs, how are you building those finances? So, okay, I'm gonna switch gears just a teeny bit. We'll hop into the messages from the mermaids for just a moment. My name is Lara Jo. I am SirenSongLover. Should you care to donate to my ministry, I would love it. You can tip here, or I am on Cash App at Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. That's my Cash App handle. Shoot for the sun. I'm going to pull out just some twin flame oracle, see what we got going on here. I've got some others that give messages into insight. Let's see what we got going on. Chaser, how are you chasing? And the more we chase something, the faster it goes and the faster it moves away. So stop chasing. Chase you. Chase your love. Love you. Settling, scarcity, insecurity, lack of faith. Believe that you deserve better. Stop chasing. Stop being scared that nothing better is coming along. It will. Receive. These came out pop, pop, pop. So Chaser came out, right? Stop chasing. I was a chaser too. And you know what I realized? He's always going to run faster than I am, and it's not worth it. Like, why do I want to chase someone that don't want to be with me? Not worth it. I promise. I know it really fucking hurts. I know we spend a long time chasing. When you stop chasing, you'll realize, like, it is so peaceful not to chase. Whether it's him or anybody else, don't settle. It don't matter if he's your person, don't settle. I'm telling you that from being in a twin flame relationship. It does not matter. Nothing matters. Don't settle. Don't chase. Leave them alone. So eventually you may come back with him, but right now work on you. Don't chase. Chase you. Don't chase him. When you start building life and moving on, life gets better, I promise. I spent years crying over someone that when I finally let go, yeah, I know. I had a really hard time chasing them. When I finally let go, I chased for so long. And when I finally let go, I was like, I started smiling again. And I realized other men made me happy. Other men made me happier. Like, I was crying so long over someone who didn't satisfy me emotionally, didn't satisfy me mentally, didn't satisfy me sexually, didn't satisfy me spiritually. Like, why was I crying so hard? Once I stopped chasing, and I was, like I say, chasing for so long, once I stopped chasing, I stopped crying. And I realized, like, why did I spend so long crying on him? So this is the energy to segue into all this. Receive. Receive. The universe wants you to stop chasing people that are wasting your energy. Sometimes the biggest lesson we need to learn is to sit down, shut up, and receive. If you're constantly, like, say there was someone trying to look for you, like they wanted to give you a huge bouquet of flowers, right? But you're constantly out, running around, don't know what you're doing, can't figure out, can't hold still. They can't give you those bouquet of flowers. But if you actually sat still, because as a woman, the biggest thing we need to do is sit and receive. That is our biggest, boldest embodiment, is receiving. And whatever we receive is then turn around, make that into gold. So receive. Sit back. Stop chasing what's not chasing you. Stop and sit and receive. Because I guarantee you, there's someone there's someone who wants to make all of your wildest dreams come true. I speak from experience, so. Let's see. Travel. You're going to be traveling soon. These cards came out yesterday also, so I love that these confirmations have been coming out. You know what? I didn't think I would. You know what? I did lose mine, and that was a blessing. And yeah, you don't want to be the devoted girlfriend, because I lost mine, but he made me look like a fool. So, yep. Let him go. Let him go so you can go through transformation. Let him travel. Let him go explore the world, and you transform and grow and heal and do the parts that you need to do. Again, the biggest part is dropping ego. Drop your ego. Drop that pain, drop that burden, drop that heartache. Let him travel. You sit, you do your work, you transform. Let go of your ego. So hopefully that makes sense. And we got some in there. I'm going to pull a few more cards from here. I may do a little messages from the mermaids, and then I may take like just a little teeny tiny break. We'll see. I am Lara Jo, SirenSongLover. Fertility, fresh ideas, manifest growth, plant your seeds. Take this time to embody your fertility. And fertility, baby girl, I've been through so much tough love. Like, if you want to, like, we can do work on the other side. Like, I have so many stories I can share, and my journey has been really freaking hard. I've been walking a really long time. I got into tarot because it was hard to hear, but all I was hearing from everybody else was lies. So tarot was a way to figure out what the energy was when no one was telling me the truth. So yes, it's hard, but sometimes the stuff that's hard to hear or swallow, that's the poison that actually saves our lives. So sometimes it's hard to hear, but sometimes that is what saved you from such a huge disaster. So it's one of those, I've been there, we can walk through it together kind of a thing. I've been there. I have the scars to prove it, a lot of them. It's been hard. Fertility, start sitting and embodying your ideas and your growth. And I promise when you start watering you, you're going to fall in love, and you're going to be like, why was I waiting for pay? Pisces men, like water sign men. Water signs have such a misnomer because they're like, oh, water signs are emotions. The water signs, when they're unchecked, unbalanced, they're some of the worst, apathetic, emotional vampires. So journal. Start writing your thoughts. Start writing what you're feeling. Start releasing it onto paper. And if you need to, take that paper and burn it. Release your thoughts, release your energy, your pain, alchemize it onto paper. Start journaling. Start writing what you need to release. Start talking to their higher self. Yep, keep writing. And I bet you okay, so when, I think the new moon just came, when that full moon comes up, I have so many more than just 3 about this whole spiritual journey, about mine as well, so I get it. Yeah, no, and these loves that we have, like that love that you have with P, that could that could be past lives. So you may feel strong past lives because you have karmic lessons, karmic ties to clear out with them. And I've had that too. I have a lot of karmic soul ties, past lives that I've had to clear out in the last 3 years on this journey so that I could truly find and cultivate love. I know at the end of the day, I've worked really hard. I've been through a lot, and I know that that's because there is a bigger payoff coming down the road. You work really hard to clean up your love life so that way you get the best love ever and you don't settle. So it's hard as hell We journal like hell. We yell at them, their higher self. And at the end of the day, we get to have a really cool love affair, whether it's with them or not. And again, that's from personal experience. I settled for a really long time because I thought I had to. And once I stopped settling, I realized, like, no, there are people out there that I don't need to fall asleep crying about. I don't need to write whole dissertations in a journal about. Like, when we start letting go of those heavy ties, we start finding out, like, hey, there's so much better out there for us. And if they're past life ties, when you clear them out, they're done. You don't have to serve those lessons anymore. So when you're brave enough to do the work to clear out your karma and your lifeline, like your past ties, you can clear the way for a huge, like your soulmate, your twin flame. So it's clear out all the heavy past karma, all the addictions, people, patterns, places, things, and then you can bring in beautiful love. So yes, it's hard. But when you start letting go of things that aren't for you, you'll start getting the things that are for you. Be brave enough to do the work. Awakening. This is, yep, soul, you're awakening. You start coming out of that water and you're like, why have I been underground so long? Why have I been underwater so long? Like, you start waking up, you're like, how could I have been so asleep? Awakening. Realization. Progress. Your twin is awakening to your connection. Your partner is awakening. You're awakening. If you are acutely aware of them, they are acutely aware of you. If you're thinking about them all the time, they're thinking about you all the time too. So if P is your man, he'll start sending you signs. He'll start showing up, and they show up weird. I can talk about that part too on another. Denial, repressed emotions, rejection, unable to see below the surface. Rejection, he could care. I wouldn't read too much though, because you still do have to do what's best for you. You do still have to heal you. So even if he does care, you have to work on you. And if he comes back, cool. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Yeah, don't repress your emotions. Start letting them out. Even if you can't do it with him, go outside and yell. Scream if you have to. Denial. Stop repressing your emotions. Stop rejecting. Stop refusing to see below the surface. Stop. Why are you repressing your emotions? Is it helping you? And if you're repressing those emotions, I realize really late in the game I've been repressing my emotions. And then when I finally started tapping into them, those were a lot of lifetimes repressed emotions. So that anger comes up, and that's like, you've been carrying that around since the beginning of time. I know. We can care about people though, and then we have to also know when to stop and walk away. Yeah, it is a trauma cycle, my love. Be willing, be brave enough to break it so that you can do better for you. And if you have kids or you want kids, you can do better for your future children. Yeah, we do. We keep breaking people until we break our cycle. Don't keep doing that to yourself, to them, my love. Okay, I'm gonna be in for just another moment or two, and then I'm gonna take a quick tiny break just because I need to grab like a little snackle. I'm gonna pull 2 cards from the Message of the Mermaids. I am Larry Jo, SirenSongLover. Like I say, I'm gonna hop out for probably just a few minutes, and then I'll hop back in. So just a moment to catch a pee break, get some grub, do a little stretch, go with the flow, keep flowing. Keep going. Go with the flow. Don't get so wrapped up. And if these are trauma cycles, go with the flow. Let them go. You see them, let them go. When you start letting those go with flow, you stop like holding on to it. Like when we hold on to shit, it festers and we keep going. So go with the flow. Let it go. When you see your trauma cycles, decide like, okay, so you see a trauma trigger coming up. And when you have been doing the work long enough, when you know yourself, which hopefully you do, and if you don't, I would love to help you connect on that. And that's, we can do that otherwhere. You can contact me. through my website, which is SirenSongLover.in. You can email me at SirenSongLover@yahoo. We can book a reading. Yeah, I would, yeah. It's, if you don't know how to start breaking those patterns, I've been doing it for a hot minute and I would love to help you. Yeah. Contentment. Be happy. This is the other part. If you've been carrying a lot of pain and rage and anger, sometimes it's finding contentment, even if it's only for 30 seconds. If you've, shadow work is imperative. My shadow just came back and she's been gone for like hundreds of years. I have photo proof of that. It's really fun. So yes, shadow work is always important. It's always imperative. We have to sit with our shadow, because if we don't know how we hurt people, we hurt people. And then we just think, oh, I didn't know. Contentment. Start being happy with what you have. Even if it's for 30 seconds. Try to cultivate inner peace, even for 30 seconds. Find your inner contentment. Even if it's for 3 seconds. Try to find happiness, even for a few seconds, even for a few breaths. Because the only thing you can do is help you. Light. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There is light within you. Be brave enough to always keep cultivating it and looking for it. Okay, so I promised 2 cards. I just did 3. I am going to hop out, like I say, just for a few minutes. I'll be back. I am Larry Jo, Siren Song Lover. If you want to come back, I'll be back in just a moment or two. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some tea because, you know, shoot for the sun, love. If you give me just a few minutes, I'll be right back. Whoever else is in here, if you give me just a few minutes, I'll be right back. And I would love to answer some more questions. I just need to do kind of like a little stretch. whispering. All right. Okay. Hello. I'm back. All right. Socializing. We were talking about food. There's one thing we don't miss in this house, it's food. Okay. Contentment came out again. So, yeah, contentment. Be happy with what you have, even if it's a short walk to go get some grub from the kitchen. Be content, even if for a second. Hello, I'm back. Be spontaneous. Be willing to get up. Be willing. Yes. Okay. So water. Get your water. Get your tea. Keep hydrating. Keep flushing your body. So be spontaneous though. Keep life happens in the moment, in the now. You can't do you can't fix what happened in the past. You can't worry about what's coming right now. So be spontaneous. Be in this moment. Trust that you are guided exactly where you need to be, right when you need to be there. Trust that your intuition is on point. All right, I am Lara Jo, SirenSongLover, just pulling some cards. Right now we're in the Mermaid, Messages from the Mermaids Oracle. On the bottom, let go of those things that are not holding on. Like, if it's not beneficial, if you don't love it, let go. Let go. Relaxation. Take your time. Drink your water. Sip your tea. Relax. Breathe. Meditate. When everything gets really hard and emotional and chaotic and stressful and scary, relax. Breathe. Meditate. Drink your water. Yeah. Keep going. Keep flowing. Keep relaxing. Sometimes the biggest thing you need to do, stop trying to plan everything. Stop trying to control everything. The one thing that we all have to learn, we can control nothing. Move forward. Be brave, be bold to keep moving forward. Even when it hurts, even when you don't know what's going on, even when nothing makes sense, relax and breathe. And when you're ready, keep moving forward. Keep pushing, keep popping, keep loving. Relax and then move forward when you feel steady in your thoughts. Sometimes I am an over-planner, I am an overthinker, I'm an over everything, right? So when my heart gets really heavy and my thoughts are everywhere and I can't think, I can't breathe, sometimes it literally is just screaming into the void until you run out. Sometimes when your mind is racing, you can't stop thinking, all these thoughts are coming at us. Let it out into the void until you can't go anymore, and then you'll feel clear. So let all those thoughts, all those plots, all those dreams, all those things, journal it, dump it, mentally dump it, scream it out, whatever you have to do. Because once you can get all that jumble, all that chaos, and you can alchemize by letting it all out. And once you let it all out, it's like everything becomes a lot clearer. So I was shoot for the sun. I'm gonna talk on this because I would like scream into the void and I'd be like, I don't know, and I'm so scared and I'm gonna lose and blah 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 blah. And then it's like once you finally scream into the void and you can no longer carry that pain, those heartache, that thought anymore, it's like a weightlessness. It's a freedom when you let go of all of that you can't control. Even if it's for 3 seconds, there's a certain weightless and freedom that comes with it. Scream into the void. I know it sounds psychotic, but scream into the void until you feel clear-headed. Also, actually, here's a prime example I love to do too. If I'm journaling, here's a prime example. If you are a journaler and you have a question that you cannot think of the answer to, write it down. If you have a question that you can't figure out and you need help from source, write it down and then walk away from it. Stop thinking about it. Stop planning about it. Anything. I love to do that. If I'm like, what is the answer to this? I'll write it down in my journal and then I'll leave it. I'll walk away. I'll go to sleep. I'll go do whatever I need to do. Well, yep, you have to keep going until you recognize the pattern and then stop it in its track. Only you can do that. Yeah. Well, we'll keep going. I lost it. Oh, so when you have a question, you write it down, leave it. And then what'll happen is the universe will answer it for you. They'll send you a message. They'll send you a picture. You'll see a reel. You'll get some kind of answer to your question when you write it down and leave it. The universe will leave it for you. They'll give you the answer somehow, but you have to decipher it. And you have to be willing to pattern recognize so you don't keep doing it. Ask for help when you need it. If you know that there are people around you that love you and they see the pattern too, ask them to help you. If you have a best friend, and if you don't have a best friend or you need help, like, by God, we're all here. There's a huge community of people that are going through all of this. And if you don't have it, I'm here. And we can build that community together, because all of this is really scary, right? And it's all about pattern recognition. How do you clean up your life? By recognizing your pattern. Scream into the void if you should, but start recognizing the pattern. If you have people that love you and will help you recognize, ask them for help. If they see you going down a path with a person and you need help, ask them for help. Dive deep, though. Be willing to go deep into your healing so that you don't keep the pattern, so that you can live a healthy life. All right, just a few more from here, and then we'll pull out some more. Re-energize. Shoot for the sun. I'm gonna guess you truly, honestly, my love, need to sit down and meditate and just reconnect with yourself for a minute. Re-energize. Listen to what you want. And I know it's gonna say my heart wants pee, yet your heart wants you. You need to love you. You are looking for you. Go deeper. Dive deeper. Be willing. Re-energize. Stop, rest, pause, breathe, meditate, drink your water. Do what you need to do to feel like you. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Yeah. So meditation classes, though, girl, wait till you can learn to do it at home in your own. You don't have to take meditation classes. You start doing your own at home. I love doing breath work. Breath work is immensely helpful in regards to trauma responses and somatic and tapping into your body. Yep. And sometimes reorganizing your life is one little step at a time. How can you, if you have 30 seconds, rearrange a silverware drawer? What has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. What has your inner voice been asking of you? What is your soul screaming for? Listen and act. Listen to your inner voice and start acting. It wants you to listen. A little bit of faith goes a long way. Remember that. A little bit of faith goes a long way. So for me, with meditation and breath work and yoga, I let off huge energetic releases, and sometimes they can be scary. I don't like being in classes because when I drop that energy, it's like, it sounds like a wounded animal. Silent retreat would be super incredibly hard for me. I'm not sure what a silent retreat is. I should probably look that up, but so my love, sit down, and I would sit down and make space to tell him your feelings through journaling. Sit down to make that space. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to put all of my love, my emotions, everything that I want for me, everything that I want for a relationship, pour it into a journal entry. Like I say, sit down, think about it, meditate on it, write, light a candle, take a bath if you must, and then dump all of that into your journal and then burn that part of it. Everything that you want to tell him, everything that you want to stop repressing your feelings on, everything that you want to know your worth on, know who you are, that's for you to learn. And I would love to show you how I've done it. I would love to help you on my side how I've done it. Everybody's path is their own. The only thing I can show you is how I've done it, and then help you find your own path on it. But sit down, start writing it, and then release it through fire. Burn it. I love to do it around a full moon. I love to release all my trauma, my pain, do burn letters around the full moon and release that. Because it's very cathartic when you actually sit and you take the time and create the space to sit down and make it sacred and then release it